Let me describe a kind of tired you might recognize. It's not the tired you fix with one good night's sleep. You went to bed early. You slept what should have been enough, and you woke up feeling like you'd run a marathon in your sleep. By 3 in the afternoon, your brain is fog and your body is lead. You've blamed your job, your age, your coffee, yourself, and somewhere in there, a quiet voice asked, "What is wrong with me? I'm Chrissy. I'm a registered nurse, and I want to tell you something I wish someone had told the women I've cared for years ago. There is nothing wrong with you. Your body is doing something specific and measurable and far more interesting than you're just getting older." For most of my career, I was the one running on empty and calling it normal. Double shifts, then home to take care of everyone there too. I told myself the exhaustion was just the cost of being the strong one. It wasn't. And for a lot of you watching, it isn't either. Here's the truth. Most videos skip. Perimenopause fatigue isn't one thing. It's several things stacked on top of each other. Your hormones, your sleep, your stress hormones, sometimes your iron, your thyroid, your blood sugar, even your breathing at night. And almost nobody pulls those apart for you. So today I'll walk you through what's actually happening in your body in clean language. Then I'll give you the exact list of labs to bring to your doctor, including the ones they usually don't order unless you ask. And one cause that I have almost never heard another video name that could be the whole answer for some of you. Take a breath. You're not lazy and you're not broken. You've just never had it explained properly. Let's fix that. Let's start with the hormone almost everyone gets wrong. When people say it's your hormones, they usually mean estrogen. But the first hormone to fall in perimenopause, earlier and faster than estrogen, is progesterone. And here's why that matters for your energy. Your body turns progesterone into a substance called allopregnanolone. Don't worry about the name. Just know this. It acts on the very same calming system in your brain that anti-anxiety medications target. In plain words, progesterone is your brain's own natural calm. It's built-in off switch at night. So when progesterone starts to drop, you don't just lose a number on a lab sheet. You lose the thing that used to let you fall into deep, heavy, restorative sleep without trying. That's why you can be exhausted and still lie there at 2 a.m. wired and awake, tired but wired. If that phrase just described your whole life, now you know there's a reason for it. Then estrogen joins in. Estrogen helps your body make serotonin, which your brain turns into melatonin, your sleep signal. Estrogen also keeps your core temperature low at night, which is a requirement for deep sleep. So as estrogen falls, your sleep signal weakens and your internal thermostat goes haywire. That's your night sweats. And here's the part that's invisible. Every hot flash at night can fragment your sleep even when you never fully wake up. You're not getting the deep repairing sleep your body is counting on. Night after night, that debt adds up, and you feel it in your bones. So the first thing I want you to hear is this, that bone-deep tiredness isn't in your head. It's in your sleep architecture, and sleep architecture can be rebuilt. Now layer stress on top. Your sleep hormones and your stress hormones share the same control system. So when sleep breaks down, your body pushes out more cortisol, your stress hormone, often in the evening, exactly when it should be winding down. High evening cortisol makes it harder to sleep, and poor sleep pushes cortisol higher. It's a loop that feeds itself. And here's where it gets personal for women like us. You're often hitting this in your most demanding years, career at its peak, kids and parents both needing you, the mortgage, the retirement worry. That stress isn't separate from your fatigue. It pours straight into the same biological system. This is exactly why, on this channel, I treat your financial stress and your caregiving load as health symptoms, because clinically, they are. I remember a patient, a brilliant, capable woman in her late 40s, who came in convinced she had something seriously wrong with her. Crushing fatigue, foggy, new tears. Every basic test came back normal. And she had been told it was stress, maybe a little depression, here's a prescription. But nobody had checked the right things. When we finally did, her ferritin, her iron stores, was on the floor. Her vitamin D was almost undetectable. She wasn't depressed, she was depleted. and the relief on her face when she realized it had a name and a fix. I will never forget it. Because here's what almost no one tells you. Several common treatable things hide behind the word perimenopause. Your thyroid can slow down right at this age, and it looks almost identical to menopause. Fatigue, weight gain, brain fog, feeling cold. Your iron can run low from the heavier, longer periods perimenopause often brings, and you do not have to be anemic on a standard blood count to be wiped out by low iron stores. Low vitamin D and low B12 drain energy too, and they're common in our age group. None of these are exotic. They're just routinely missed, because once a woman is of a certain age, everything gets blamed on hormones and the workup stops too early. Now I want to give you the one that I have almost never heard another video say out loud. And for some of you, this is the whole answer. Sleep apnea. I know you're picturing a large man snoring on the couch, but here's the quiet truth. Those same hormones, estrogen and progesterone, help keep your airway open and your breathing steady at night. As they fall in perimenopause, women become significantly more likely to develop sleep apnea, and in women it often looks nothing like the stereotype. Less snoring, more insomnia, more waking unrefreshed no matter how long you slept, more morning headaches and low mood. So it gets blamed on menopause, and the sleep study never gets ordered. If you wake up exhausted after a full night every night, please ask about this one. It can be the difference between years of fatigue and getting your life back. So let's turn all of this into something you can do. Here's the list to bring to your next appointment. Write these down or screenshot this. Ferritin, your iron stores. Not just a basic blood count. Ferritin. Thyroid, a TSH, and ask for free T4 and thyroid antibodies. Vitamin D and B12, fasting insulin, and an A1C, because blood sugar can quietly destabilize your energy years before it ever shows up as a problem. And if you wake up unrefreshed, ask about a sleep study. Here's the sentence that gets it done. Say to your provider, I'd like to discuss a more complete panel, specifically ferritin, thyroid antibodies, vitamin D, D12, and fasting insulin. As a nurse, I can tell you, a woman who walks in specific and informed gets taken seriously. You are not being difficult. You are being a good steward of your own body. While you work on the labs, here is what genuinely moves the needle. And none of it is a crash diet or a punishing workout. Morning light. Get outside in real daylight within an hour of waking. Even 10 minutes, no sunglasses. It resets your body clock and steadies that cortisol rhythm so you're alert in the day and sleepy at night. It's free, and the research behind it is remarkably strong. Protein first. A real protein-forward breakfast steadies your blood sugar so you skip the late morning crash that sends you reaching for sugar and caffeine. Pair it with a short walk after meals, one of the simplest blood sugar fixes there is, right-sized movement. Here's the trap. When you're this tired, a brutal workout can actually push your stress hormones higher and leave you flattened for days. So, in a depleted season, gentler and consistent beats hard and rare. A daily walk and a little strength training does more for your energy than a HIIT class that wrecks you. And for your sleep itself, the most proven non-drug treatment for midlife insomnia isn't a pill. It's a structured approach called CBT for insomnia, and there are good apps that deliver it. If your sleep is broken, that's where I'd start. And here's where I want to gently fold in something for those of you who lean on your faith. And if that's not you, the science stands on its own. We treat rest like a reward we have to earn after the to-do list is done. But your body doesn't work that way. Rest is not laziness. It's a physiological requirement. It's how your cells repair. And the oldest rhythm of rest we have, the Sabbath, the weekly stop, turns out to be one of the most well-supported things you can do to bring those stress hormones down. A breath, a prayer, a quiet morning, a walk outside, whatever fits your beliefs. People of faith practice this kind of stillness for thousands of years before we had the science to explain why it heals the body. You don't have to choose between the two. Stewardship of your body includes this body, the one that's been quietly carrying everyone else. So let me bring it home. For years, I thought being this tired was just the toll for being the woman everyone leaned on. I thought I had to push through it. I didn't. I had to get curious about it, to stop accepting "you're fine" and start asking what my body was actually telling me. And the day I did that was the day it started to turn around. So if you take one thing from me today, let it be this. Your exhaustion is not a character flaw, and it is not the end of your energy. It is a signal, a specific, fixable signal. You are not too much. You are not too old. You are a woman whose body is asking, finally, to be cared for the way you've always cared for everyone else. And that's allowed. If this gave you even one answer you didn't have this morning, here's what I'd love for you to do. Save this video and bring that lab list to your next appointment. You deserve real answers. Then, if you want to go deeper, I've made a free guide called the WellAura Starter, the simple framework I use to come back to myself when life gets loud. The link is in the description, and it's my gift to you. And if you're a woman who's been the strong one for everyone, and you're ready to start being cared for too, subscribe and walk with me. New videos every week. Next time, I'm going deeper on perimenopause brain fog, what's actually happening when the words won't come, and how to clear it. This is WellAura, transform as you heal. I'm so glad you're here. Chrissy out.